Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another weekly garden walkthrough, and this is my front garden bed with all the hydrangeas. This is a Pinky Winky, and you can see that it's already starting to turn pink, and the blooms panicles are bigger than my hand. I absolutely love the Pinky Winky. If I had just the whole front garden full of Pinky Winkies, I would definitely do that. Absolutely love them. And then the Pinky Winkies, they have the sterile and the fertile. And then whenever somebody's talking about they have buds, that's what they mean. In between those leaves, there's another set of tiny leaves, and the little buds are inside. So that's where the blooms are going to come from. Again, when you buy a little 4-inch pot and you're like, this isn't going to bloom, there's already buds right there. Right in there is where they're going to come out of. And this probably has like 10 buds. Now we just wait and see how long they'll take to bloom. And normally hydrangeas don't normally bloom until, later in the summer. And this one is a quick fire fab, or a little quick fire, little quick fire. So it's going to have that sterile and fertile bloom. Again, that is a bud where the blooms come out of. This is Pinky Winky, and that's a bud of the Pinky Winky, so it's going to have even more blooms on it. And there are all different types of bugs all over this plant today. And it's already starting to turn pink at the bottom. And there's a little toad in the back. That one's a Pinky Winky. It has buds, but it hasn't bloomed yet. And this is a limelight. And those are all the blooms. These are going to be huge. And there's 3 right next to each other. And they're each spaced 3 feet apart. All the hydrangeas in the front are 3 feet apart from the root balls. And I know some people will train their hydrangeas to only bloom on the top, so that means they take all the bottom ones off. But I like the bush look of a hydrangea. And again, these are all panicles. This one's another Pinky Winky with flies all over it. But I know some flies do pollinate. And this one is a little lime punch. This one is a firelight. Just a cool little dragonfly. Again, that's the firelight. So you can see how the blooms start, and then they start to put off, the white flowers like that. Another Pinky Winky. And this is the Tardiva standard that I made, and that's where the buds will come out of. It's doing great, and I'm not going to trim it until next season. And this one's another firelight, and there's all the buds. And this one's a pink diamond. And I know that all of my hydrangeas right here in this corner for some reason need iron tone, and I tried to find some at my store, my local store, and they didn't have any. These are my Gladiolas that I planted, and that's what the bloom stalk will look like on a Gladiola. So there's one giant bloom stalk right in the middle, and then all those little like crisscross little braids will have the blooms come out. And these are my hardy hibiscus and my birch trees and a bobo hydrangea. And these panicles will be smaller than the limelight and the firelights and the pinky winkies. A bobo's a dwarf hydrangea. And those are the buds of the hardy hibiscus. That's what those look like. And those, they take a long time before they'll bloom. But they'll bloom all the way until the frost. And then once they do bloom, they only last for a day. And there's a whole bunch in there. And there's some more gladiolas and another set of birch trees. Some more bloom stalks of the gladiolas. And these are just a mixed bag that I had gotten from bulbs. I planted these all. There's 25 on each side. And the bag had like pinks, purples, some cream color, and I think like some blues in there. And then these are my Stargazer Lilies that I planted from bulbs. Not all of them grew because I put a lot more in that pot, but that's okay. And these are the Gatsby Moon. This one was pretty small a few weeks ago, and it's really gotten big. So in there in the middle is where the blooms will come out of. And these are the oak leaf hydrangeas. So this one bloomed first, and that's a bloom or a bud, and that's why that bloom was a little brown and crispy. These are my little mini sweet pepper plant that I have back here with some strawberries in this container. I haven't gotten any strawberries yet, but I have one pepper growing in there. And there's my little sedum that I propagated, and then lilies, Asiatic lilies, and some oriental, and then I have some tiger lilies. I absolutely love these. That's my first year with the tiger lilies, and I definitely want to buy some more for next season. Absolutely love them. Gorgeous. Will buy again. Some more gladiolas, and I put these in pots, and that's another bloom stalk. And that's a dahlia. And these are lilies. I don't remember what this one was called, but I planted all these from bulbs. Love this color too. But that tiger lily, man. Alright, that's it of today's video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.